was arising in Arjuna. So from this point, now we are going to get into Karma Yoga section. Why we need? Because by using my Buddhi Yoga, I can go and be in the forest, in the secluded place, and I can go to heavenly planets. Why I need to fight and why I need to have all these sinful activities? So now Arjuna questions is that which is better? This Tyaga is better or the to do our work is better? So Arjuna asks that what is better? To be situated in the platform of knowledge or to be in the platform of work, which is better? Because to know the knowledge, you have to study different scriptures. You have to have a guru. You have to take his opinion. What we have to get the knowledge, because the guru is the person who has come in a bona fide succession and who knows actual truth of the law. So he thinks that by serving the Guru and by taking this jnana, that is enough. There is no need for the other point of doing prescribed work and work, because these two are opposite to each other. Because jnana is that we need to go for scriptures and we have to realize. Why we need jnana? For our self-realization. What is our self-realization? We are not this body, we are the soul, we are the parts and parcels of Krishna, and we are having an eternal relationship with Lord Krishna. This is jnana. So by knowing this jnana, that is enough. No, I can go and meditate on Krishna and I can go to heavenly planets. But here, now Arjuna is having this dilemma. So now Krishna will be saying in this chapter, first at time as Arjuna is going to have this doubt, then Krishna is going to give us the Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yoga. Why he is giving Nishkama Karma Yoga? Because Shritaprajna is also doing that Karma Yoga only. No, he's not attached. He's not attached to any type of verb or fruit or activities. He's doing the activities, but he's not attached to the fruits of that activities. So that is Nishkama Karma. That is work combined with knowledge and also detachment. That is nothing but Nishkama Karma Yoga. And this Nishkama Karma Yoga, it is always purifying also, because we are detaching everything, so it purifies our heart. And again, after saying this Nishkama Karma Yoga, then he says that everybody cannot do this Nishkama Karma Yoga. Everybody cannot do. What we are doing actually, we are doing this Karma Kanda. Kanda means what are the things what we are doing as per our ancestors or as per our homely or as per our religious principles, as per the as per where we are according to our circumstances. Every family is going to have their traditions in following one or the other devata as their kula devata and other things. No? So in that way, everybody will be doing this karma kanda sections. But here, this karma kanda section, they are only doing up till certain limit. Then from this karma kanda, we have to come to karma yoga. Yoga means again linking everything with the supreme creator or the supreme personality of Godhead. Yoga. So this is what we are saying, karma yoga. By using karma, we are linking ourselves with the supreme proprietor or the Krishna. So what we are doing for the pleasure of, when we are doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna. Now, by using our karma, it is called karma yoga. After karma yoga, again Krishna will say how to do this nishkama karma, because we have seen that nishkama karma yoga. But again, he'll be giving us the examples to clear how to do this nishkama karma yoga. After doing this, so why we have to have the example of nishkama karma yoga? Because we are having we are having five senses. These five senses are controlled. These senses are controlled by the mind. This mind is controlled by intelligence, and intelligence is controlled by the soul, and the soul is controlled by Paramatma, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in this way, when you know that Nishkama Karma Yoga, but how this Karma, who are following this Nishkama Karma, you need to have an example of it. When you see the example with an analogy or anything, then only you'll be having the perfect feature. Oh, Nishkama Karma Yoga is this.
Oh,
So we need to have a Nishkama Karma Yoga. Who are the examples of it? Then why we are unable to do this Nishkama Karma Yoga? What is the fall down of Nishkama Karma Yoga? That is our lust and anger because of our desire. What is our first enemy? That is desire. If the desire is fulfilled, there is no harm. If it is unfulfilled, lust increases. And from lust, anger. So, because we don't have this regulated senses and the strength of intelligence, so we are unable to control this lust. So, when you are able to control this lust, we can do Nishkama Karma Yoga. So, this Karma Yoga section gives us how we can use our prescribed activities and how we can link that to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by using this Karma Yoga. So the chapter name is Karma Yoga. Karma means action, reaction, the set of action and reaction or the chain of action and reactions. Everything comes under karma. So this Karma Yoga means everything is linked with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the breakdown of this chapter. Hare Krishna, today we'll be taking up till from 3.1 to 3.9. Any one of you can read the translations?
Hare Krishna. Chapter 3, Karma Yoga. Text 1. Arjuna said, O Janardana, O Kesava, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruity work? Text 2. My intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal, equivocal instructions. Therefore, please tell me decisively which will be most beneficial for me. Text 3. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand it by empirical, philosophical speculation, and others by devotional service. Text 4. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Text 5. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Text 6. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Text 7. On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by the mind and begins karma yoga in Krishna consciousness without attachment, he is by far superior. Text 8. Perform your prescribed duty, for doing so is better than not working. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. Text 9. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, one, O son of Kundi, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So here Krishna is saying what is the ultimate cause. However, ultimately what you have to do. That is after getting, because Arjuna is confused, because Arjuna is having lot of doubts. That is the compatibility of karma, that is duty of fighting, or buddhi yoga, that is the based of the knowledge of soul. The request, and he got confused in this both the parts, the jnana and the karma part. And now he is asking, please explain me only the conclusive part. What is the conclusive part I have to do? Because by doing jnana, I may go to the heavenly planets, and I don't want to fight in this battlefield. Is the first determination that he don't want to do this karma. In the second, he wants to read the scriptures and he wants everything to avoid the duty on the basis of jnana. So now and everywhere nowadays this Krishna conscious means everybody also takes it as a misuse, or it is an just like an excuse. That is, they think that to avoid the duty. We in the devotee, it is also sometimes what will happen. No, they don't want to do their duty. See, suppose if you are if you are going to have any type of seva in the temple, that is, you need to do seva for a couple of hours. It's not for the complete day. So, if you are going to do for example, take a housewife. If a housewife is there, she needs to take care of her house, she needs to take care of her kids, she needs to take care of her husband. And after everything, if she is going to go to the temple and she is going to do couple of hours of seva, then it's not a problem because she has completed her duty and also she is doing service to the Lord. Seva is nothing but doing service to the Lord in whichever way it is possible. But here the people know, yes, this is actually we have to do like this. But sometimes what happens, no, the housewife, she neglects because she's very interested or she is very interested to do seva for the name or fame in the temple or like that. What she will do, she will just neglect her duties in the home and she'll go to the temple and she'll do a couple of hours of seva. If if it is beneficial, she's neglecting everything in the home and she's going to do outwardly because of her ego or anything. It's not beneficial to that person. But actually, if she is going to do all her prescribed duties and she is going to do everything out of a couple of hours, that is couple of hours of taking rest, she may go to the temple and she may do like that. So it is benefiting both the way. That is jnana and karma. These two are going to consider. But often people misunderstood that if I'm going to do everything for the God, so God will take care of everything. No, why I have to do my prescribed duties? So this is the incorrect version. But the correct understanding is without being trained properly about the Krishna consciousness. What is means properly trained? That is to chant our rounds, so that we are having an interlinked with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And but the innocent public, what will they do? They will leave everything and they want to go to there. That is it is. It is, if a sincere student is there, no, whatever the teacher is going to explain in the class, he will be listening continuously with rapid attention and concentration. If the other fellow, this is the sincere fellow, and the other fellow, they will listen to some points and they will write down some points and they will see that what they have written, that is only towards 100%. If somebody is going to explain them, also they won't listen because they're identical. So what they have listened from the teacher, what the point they like, so that only they'll grasp. Some of the people, some of the students, they doesn't want to listen the class. They will be in their daydreams. So the first category is that that is a sign of a sincere student. What if there are any doubts, he'll go to the teacher and he'll clarify everything, and he'll get the response. This is for the sincere devotee. Now, coming to the general public, what they will say, the persons in the class, what they will listen, what they are attracted to, that they will say that this is only the knowledge. Something more is added. No, no, we won't accept it. These are the people of philosophers, scientists, and other people. The third category is the daydreamers. They don't even listen in the class. Means they're not the sincere students, but they are the confusion part. Every time confusion because they can't digest what they have here completely. So we are yeah, that is where the mood is, because we are not having that the level of intelligence. So in this way, a sincere person, what he will do, whatever the best he will do to that. So the sign of is he doesn't doubt the teacher. He is having a lot of faith in teacher. So he becomes a sincere student. The second person, as in what he will say, the teacher knows only up till that. My tuition teacher, he'll be saying more than that. So there will be a comparison. Third fellow, Whatever they say, that is okay. So we must have that Arjuna. Why here I'm saying this example, no? Because Arjuna is having these doubts, no? Now Krishna is going to dovetail everything. How he says that we have to work in Krishna consciousness, or the Karma Yoga is best for Arjuna. It's not only best for Arjuna, but all of us also. So what is that if we are going to have any type of why we have to work in this Krishna conscious way in Karma Yoga part only, why we can't do in Karma Kanda part? Because when there is no linking between the God and us, we may be doing our prescribed duties as per our religious principles. When we know about the orders of the God, these are ordinated for you. These are the principles you have to follow it as it is given by Krishna. So when you are doing this, then we'll be becoming in our success. So here also, without knowing, we have seen this, no? No, Arjuna is asking questions. So in this way, we have an the examples. We may be going towards different types of temples, in different so that the pilgrimages just enter. Why we go to the temples and other things? So we can get lot of positive action to ness in our body. So when we go to temple, when we take the darshan of Sri Vigraha also, so our eyes, because Sri Vigraha is a place where all the positive energy is there. So that what we'll say, the temples are the study center enters of our scriptures like that. So one more cause is they give us, because temples are situated at the time of electromagnetic forces are also there. So we may be getting lot of positiveness, so that we can have great whatever we feel a type of solace in our heart when we go to the temple. So whatever the means, when we need to go to the temple, suppose we need to go, we are interested in going to Balaji temple of Tirupati. So we need to take different types of routes. In whichever the route we may, if it is in the path of walking or taking the bus or anything, we have to wait in the queue to take a darshan of Balaji. So in that person of the queue, you may be having lots and lots of hardships, nearly 12 hours or 24 hours, also sometimes 4 hours. After seeing the Vigraha of the Lord, you'll be having a solace in your heart. Oh, I have seen the darshan, I have taken the darshan of the Lord. So my heart is fulfilled. So I came for the darshan, so I got the darshan, I got the blessings of the Lord. So at that time, your heart will be seen solace. That is your renunciation. When you are going to train your heart, or when you are going to train something, your purification will be going to happen. So that purification is not only by taking the darshan. You're going to stay, you're going to hear the chanting of the Lord, of many people saying Govinda, Govinda, while they want to take the darshan of the Lord. By hearing the name, by seeing the deity, you're going to have that positiveness. So here also, Krishna begins answering Arjuna by pointing out the of defects in his desire for renunciation. Renunciation means to leave everything and go to a secluded place and do tapasya. So that it is the renunciation. But what are the defects? Every time the soul cannot soul will be every time active. What is the nature of the soul? It's very active. So it needs some work. Yeah, so inactively it can't stay in one place, because your mind will be in that, no, daily your mind will be having 80,000 thousands of pop-ups of thoughts. In that way, whichever the thought you are going to attract, that is the desire of your heart. So every time the soul must be in an truly position, truly, because the soul is very active, it can't stay in some places still, because it needs to have the work. So it can't be inactive. And also every time we can't be doing the soul for sense purification and sense realization, because our senses are attached. because we won't be controlling the senses completely. So what will happen? The sense purification and the self purification and self realization is very, very difficult. But we can get this too: self purification and self realization by performing our prescribed duties. These two are the main purpose for performing our prescribed duties. What we'll be getting when you're going to do your prescribed duties, that is self realization. You will be having the self purification also. This is my work, so I have to do this work. So, in that way, you're purifying your senses, being without, beyond the attachments. So, this self purification and self realizations are the two purposes to perform our prescribed duties. And also, here Krishna is also saying that both karma and sankhya are also interdependent parts of self-realization. Then what is the Sankhya Yoga? Sankhya Yoga is an analytical study based on jnana. That is, your body is made up of this five panchbhutas, five elements. And if you're going to see a nice house you wanted to live in, but when you see that this house is made up of only five elements, so at that time, what will happen? If somebody is going to have a nice house, nice building, or if you are going to live in a small apartment also, when you see the house, it is having these five elements, and your apartment is also having these five elements. So what is the change? Only the size is big. Size and the comforts are more. But both are livable only. And both are temporary. So, by seeing things in this analytical study that is based on jnana, we can have the differences. Sankhya Yoga is indirect path, whereas Karma Yoga is the direct path where you are going to do everything. Karma is according to your intelligence, according to your mind. If you are going to do everything, also that are the activities involving of karma. So it is called karma. So how we can have a right understanding of this karma and the jnana, because they both are on the same ladder of yoga. That is, when one's nishtha is there, means when you are going to do chanting first level, that is the sadhana, then a second level. In that way, when you are going to have your mind steady in that chanting, that is called nishtha stage. At this nishtha stage, you will be in the level of perfect faith. Why this nishtha is means? Nishtha is the purification of heart by on the level of faith. Nishtha is nothing but the level of faith what we are having, giving for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this Sankhya and Buddhi Yoga. Why this Sankhya and Buddhi Yoga? Sankhya is the now we can discuss, because Sankhya is for analytical study of jnana, whereas Buddhi Yoga is nothing but the Krishna consciousness. So let us have a brief description of the Sankhya and Buddhi Yoga part. Sankhya Yoga, yeah, by seeing a building, you can remember these are made of five elements. No, we can't remember that because we are not in that level. So it becomes an indirect path. So we can't go to that indirect path because only the Gyanis can see that in that way. It's normal. For example, if you see a building, I can say that it is made of five elements, but we can't be knowing that actually. So that is an indirect way. Whereas Buddhi Yoga, this process is very simple, no? Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. Traito matoba. Because this is very simple on this way. If you're going to start your Bhakti Yoga level well with your intelligence, it is very simple. If you are going to take your baby steps also, because of the mercy of the Lord, you are going to get it fruitful. And this Sankhya Yoga or the Jnana Yoga, it depends upon the level of Jnani, how he is going to experience the things with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is, it is independently endeavor. Whereas Krishna consciousness, it is directly having endeavors. Means the process is entirely depending from starting. Starting when you do chanting, you are taking the mercy of the Lord. So it is directly taking from the mercy. See, if you take a boy, he's walking on his own, he may fall down at any place. There is nobody to care for him. When the boy is actually being taken by his father, if the boy is going to fall, his father is going to hold him back and he is going to take him step by step. So here also Sankhya Yoga is just like the walking boy. He may fall, again he has to get up on his own. Means he is depending upon his personal endeavor. Whereas the Krishna consciousness, by the mercy of Krishna, or when you are holding the Father, or when you are holding the name of Krishna, that is from the direct dependence of Krishna. And here, when you are holding your Father, your Father is there to take up to your destination. So you are having the surety of success. But here, because in Sankhya Yoga, the boy is independent, so the surety of success is unbreached. Means what will happen if he has to come to level and level and level so that he can reach up to Samadhi state. But here, Samadhi state is the last state where Krishna is seen where Krishna is seen in the heart of the devotee. At that time, in the Astanga Yoga and different Shakti Yogas, if he can see the Lord Paramatma in his heart, that is called Samadhi state. Here, it is an indirect path, art of Sankhya consciousness, Sankhya philosophy, and also there are many speculations. Uh, we need to depend upon our own mental strength. Means depend upon our personal endeavor how to reach. And success is also unsure. But whereas for Buddhi Yoga is direct the path because we are directly connecting it through Karma Yoga to Krishna, directly controlling by Karma Yoga. And we are taking the help of Krishna. So direct mercy of Krishna is there. So surety of success is also perfect in our Buddhi Yoga. So here the analytic study and the Buddhi Yoga and these two. What is the ultimate goal of the both Sankhya and Buddhi Yoga? To have ultimate goal is Krishna only. Whichever the process may be, the process may be different, but the ultimate goal is to reach Krishna. Purpose is to know our super self. We know our soul and the super soul, the position. So this is the comparison. And one more thing is there in the Sankhya Yoga. So initially in Sankhya Yoga also, when you are doing our prescribed duties, initially purification will be starts. But here in Buddhi Yoga, what will happen? Or the Krishna consciousness, wherever when you are starting with, because it is a karma yoga means linking to the Lord, and it is through your karma, through your work you are linking. So from the starting stage to the ending state, your purification is going on. But in the Sankhya stage, purification of senses will start up after a level, because after personal identification, after getting into the fixed faith in the Lord, at that time your senses will be gradually purified. But in Buddhi Yoga or in Krishna consciousness, from the starting only your senses are gradually, your senses are going to be purificatory process. Why this purificatory process? Because we have seen this, no, in your many temples, there'll be some of the sages we may have seen, uh, they are not perfectly renounced sages or the perfectly yogis, but they will be decorated with that saffron cloth, with all the tilakas, everything. They'll be having nice mukut and other thing. And they'll be asking, because after going to the temple, when we are coming out of the pilgrimages of the temple, at that time they'll be sitting there and they'll be asking us alms. If we are going to give them alms, no, will be these are not completely renounced sages. What they will do, they will use our money for drinking this different types of alcohol or intoxications and other things. We would have seen this type of members. Why? Because they are not in complete renunciation. If they are in complete renunciation, why they need to ask for the alms? Everything they are dependent on Krishna. Everything is dependent on Krishna. When I am having a direct relation with Krishna, Krishna is there, he will take care of everything. No. So, but they are not completely dependent. That is the premature renunciation. They wanted to renounce, but only but they are not completely purified. So what will happen? This renunciation, are there any benefits for this? Prematurely they wanted to renounce everything. No, no, I don't want to have my family, my kingdom, everything. Just like Bharat Maharaj has given everything, and later he was attached to that deer. So it also became a premature renunciation. Then again he has to take the life of deer, and again Jada Bharat, and again he went after Jada Bharat he went to into Vaikunta. So before he was doing all the different parts of karma and mind, intelligence, secluded place he was doing. But there was no other person because of his personal endeavor. There was no other person to correct, or there was no guide to correct him at that time. So what happened? Automatically there was a fall down. So here also prematurely or premature renunciation becomes insufficient. It will never bring, it neither brings purification or it neither brings liberation. So, why we have to have this purification of heart? If there is no purification of heart, purification of the heart is we need to have jhana towards or the fixed firm nature of the Lord. So these duties will never, because if it is a premature renunciation of the prescribed duties, no. What will happen if I have given the example of a housewife? She is going to do all her work and she is going to serve the Lord. Then that is it is completely indeed true because she is doing it as karma yoga because linking karma towards it's only a few times. But if she's doing in the household activities also, when doing her household activities, she is remembering the Lord and doing it. At that time, what will happen? She is doing totally whatever the work she is having, she is doing everything towards Krishna. So at that time, it becomes a karma yoga. But when she is doing only as a prescribed duty and later she is going to serve the temple, only that serving the temple and doing seva for the Lord, that only counts. And what are her prescribed duties? That is for her own sense gratification because she is not doing the kitchen service, she is not offering bhoga to the Lord, and nothing is purified. So it becomes because it when you are doing your prescribed duties and when you are linking with the Lord, then it is called karma yoga. So before she was doing karma kanda, but now when she is linking everything, then she will be doing karma yoga. So if one is purified, the renouncer, how he will be if he is not doing his if he is not doing everything to of his prescribed duties, but only he want to show towards the material positions or due to his passion. So it becomes disadvantage. For a sannyasi, if he wants only for the show put up, if it becomes a disturbance of the social order and there won't be any type of success or no freedom from bondage because everything only the face of a sannyasi, but actually he's a gruhastha by nature. Means he's giving only what we'll say, no, different types of masks on his face. So here the practical application totally becomes a zero. That is, renunciation is ancient means to purify our heart, but the result is not purification. He's only keeping the mask on his face. So he will be getting this, Palpamapyasya Dharmasya, he won't be getting anything. So every time this premature things are very harmful. But when you are using everything in the karma yoga aga, by doing your prescribed duties, that is to purify from the modes and to purify from our the level of jnana. We know the difference between the body and the soul. So ultimately we are going to reach it's to Krishna consciousness. That is the basic principle. So the renunciation means purification. If he is not going to purify, if he is going to act just as a sannyasi, then he will be called as a pretender or mithyachari or means he will restrain. Mithyachari or the pretender is that no, I told you the sannyasi is he who is going to take back his arms and he is going to into do for his own sense gratification. So he is a pretender or a mithyachari. Means he is not going to restrain his senses. How we have to restrain our senses? As said in the second chapter, just as a tortoise is there. Tortoise, if the tortoise is going to into her that something harm is going to come, she will immediately drag all the four limbs and his head towards inside, and she and the tortoise will pretend just like a stone. So it is going to restain. So if the restainment is not there for the yogis, they are called the pretenders and mithyacharis. Then how we can understand? Because they want for their sense gratification, sense enjoyment, and this will be a disturbance in the social order. But if he is going to follow rules and regulations, he may gradually proceed, or he may gradually have a progress in the purification of senses. But again, he says that how we can attach. Now we know that sannyasi is this person and household. What is the difference between both of them? Who is the best? So, sincerely doing household duties is better than attachment to this mithyachari sannyasi. Mithyachari are the pretender. Means one should sincerely try to control his senses and mind and begin with karma yoga without any attachment. Means karma yoga means we are doing our karma, and we are also enjoying the fruits of our results. So when your results are there, means the goal of self-interest is going to be the Lord's kingdom. Whatever the God is going to give, I'll be happy. And I'm doing this thing to satisfy the Lord. If I'm doing any piece of work and I'm going to satisfy the Lord, that is enough. So here becomes this Varnashrama. Varnashrama Ayama institution is that is the main thing what Krishna has given us, Chaturvarna Arnam. So in this Chaturvarna, what are the duties of the Brahmana? What are the duties of the Kshatriya? What are the duties of the Vaishya? And what are the duties of the Sudra? According to that, ashramas. What are the four ashramas? Brahmachari, Gruhastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. In different ashramas, how they are. Means how the sincerity is going to there. Means gradually, if one is there as a Sudra, he is going to accompany the other three classes by doing the work from his body, because his brain is in the Muda stage. Normally in Kali Yuga, everybody is Shudra in a integrity of the Varnashrama system. That is, it is our sincerity means nowadays Brahmins are not reading the Vedas and they are not doing anything because of the force of Kali. So in Kali Yuga, everybody is a Shudra. So, but some of the people in that, no, because we need to have both spiritual persons. And we must not cheat the other things that we are spiritually, really showing the bottle of spiritualism and cheating innocent persons. This is the one case of this pretenders or Midyacharya. Or some people will be some of the yogis and some of the they may be having due to lot of tapasya and lot of renunciation. They may have anima, mahima, and lagima siddhis. Anima siddhi means becoming lighter than a fire in a feather. Or mahima means becoming as a giant, huge mountain, and they can increase their body as a huge mountain. And mahima, ima, and lagima is also very very smaller than the smallest person. So these are the siddhis. Some people maybe some of the yogis know I can walk on water, I can live, I can make the fire. What the yogis will be doing at winter season? No, I know they will go into the lakes, inside the lakes, and up till the brim of their neck, they will keep their body, and they will be chanting so that the concentration levels doesn't disturb. But your body is suffering, so your mind, your senses, everything will be in the suffering stage of the body, but they won't be in the they are not observed in the words of the Lord. So in this way, there's some of the yogis, no, they will be just like a pretenders or the mityacharis. They wanted to show that we are having such power. This is only for showing up, not putting a show. So, and also here, Krishna also recommends that Kshatriya means Kshatriya means the person who needs to fight. What are the qualities of Kshatriya? Why we need to renounce? Prescribed duty it is, we have to follow them. Why we have to? Because the best way is to follow do our duties and to purify our heart while doing these duties, and also having the mental balance between physical and spiritual health. spiritual health is also important, and well, but there will be some people, no, there will be high parentage. Some professionals will be there, and they'll say that by doing our prescribed duties, our heart is going to purify. Then why we need to go for this jnana and other sections? So when you are having a having lotus, why your heart is having lot of impurities? Because of our desires to lord over our material nature. We are having this type of contaminations are polluted in our heart. To come out of this contamination, what you have to need, we have to have a purificatory system. What is the purificatory system? Varnashrama system is the purificatory system. By doing our prescribed duties, it is by level, we will be also be purified gradually. So after this, what is happening? Arjuna is also wanted to avoid this work. Arjuna don't wants to fight in the war, and he wants to come out of the war. So he says that why? Now Krishna is giving that you have to do your fighting. How you have to do your fighting? Because of your desires or anything also, you have to do it as an yajna towards it. So work done as a sacrifice for the satisfaction of Krishna means liberation from bondages. But here the yajna means whatever the sacrifices you are doing. If you are going to work, you do it as a work for I am not working. If you are going to office, think as it is a temple of Krishna. When you are working for Krishna, then you are also purifying. And so yajna means you have to do for yajna purusha. You are doing for different. Yajna means it is a sacrifice that is having nearly 24 types of different products and different elements for the sacrifice, and that is for the satisfaction of Krishna. So in this way, yajna is having the specific purpose. That is, yajna means not only that, but different elements or different items we are going to do. It's not that. But yajna means what is our prescribed duty that you are going to do it as an offering to Krishna. That is the actual yajna what we have to do. If we are doing any type of work, and it has to be as an offering to the Krishna. That is, offering is nothing but the sacrifice. The sacrifice is to Krishna. So how we have to be, we have to not do for our sense gratification, but to satisfy the Lord. When you are going to satisfy the Lord, what are the actions you are going to get? Or what are the reactions you're going to get? Freedom from reactions of any type of sins. And they will be in the perfection of liberated state. Liberated state is the transcendental state, and gradually will be elevated to the Godhead. And also we may be at the level of bhakti, that is the knowledge of Vishnu may be appear directly, as in our heart Paramatma is there as a Chaitya Guru. So he will give us the way how we can reach to the Lord Vishnu. So now in this Karma Kanda section, what we have seen that Karma Kanda is we have to regulate our sense gratification, and also in the platform of religiosity, because Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book, so it doesn't prepare us for any type of religion, but religiosity. That is, we need to have regulation. Gradually we need to have to read the scriptures and other things, as we can't read any type of that section. So what we can do, we can do this yajna. Whatever the work we are doing, just offer it to the Lord, offering to the Lord Krishna. So it becomes an yajna. And this many, because gradually who may be the practitioner, he'll be fulfilling of his material life, and he enters this gradual transcendental platform. When he comes to the gradual platform, what are the two different sakama karma and nishkama karma yoga? Sakama karma yoga means it is for our desires. What are the we need to have this purification of desires. That is, it is attempts to the renounce of fruits of labor. What are the fruits we are getting? We are taking for that only. So at that time, it comes to Sakama Karma Yoga. And Nishkama Karma Yoga, giving up the attachment. What I'm doing, I have to do. I don't want the fruits of activities. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. And Jnana Yoga, it forms on the philosophical inquiry. What is the philosophical inquiry? That is detachment from action as well as reaction. Action and reaction, detachment from both is called Jnana section. And the different yogas are Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga is the 8 steps of yoga where your meditation starts. How you have to sit, how you have to into it to sit in one place, in a secluded place, a place, how you have to concentrate on your breathing, how you are going to do step by step dharana, and how you are going to samadhi state. That is Ashtanga Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga or Nishkama Karma Yoga, all the three are one and the same. These are the stages. Bhakti Yoga means the deep realization of Krishna consciousness or the Supreme Personality of Krishna. Why we need to have, why Bahuja, Bahunam Janmanam ante means you are having, if you are taking many births only one person can know who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, in this way, if you are going to take because first animals are there. After animals, you are going to get some intelligence. So, humans. What the humans are going to do, they may do karma kanda without knowing the supremacy. They will be first doing karma kanda, and after knowing the supreme personality of Lordhead, they may offer their everything. They may come to this karma yoga state. After karma yoga, they may come to nishkama karma yoga. After nishkama karma yoga, they may come to jnana yoga. After coming to jnana yoga, they may go to bhakti yoga. Means this is the level of wells, just like a yoga ladder. Each one is a step. But bhakti yoga is such a thing that because from starting you're catching the hand of the Lord, so it is just like a lift. So from doing bhakti yoga, you can directly quickly take a lift and you can go towards the back to Godhead. So in this way, you are going to have animal life, karma kanda, sakama karma or karma yoga, sakama karma yoga or karma yoga, then nishkama karma yoga, jnana yoga. Jnana yoga means no work, no activity. Then comes Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga means you'll be having some mystic powers and how you have to do. After doing that, we can go towards the Bhakti Yoga. This is one type of yoga ladder. And the other type of is when you come to Nishkama Karma Yoga only, you can go to this Bhakti Yoga. That is Prema and Bhava Bhakti. That is the progressive ladder. That is, I told you to take the elevator. So that is. So in this way, you can go. If you are in the animal life, you can't have any type because you are you don't have in the animal life, they are not having that intelligence to read the scripture. So coming to karma kanda and sakama karma yoga. In sakama karma yoga, if you are going to surrender to the Lord, surrender to the association of devotees. In the association of devotees, what is the bhakti you are going to do? What is the bhakti we are doing? That is sadhana bhakti. By doing sadhana bhakti for some period of years, at that time when your bhava stage enters, that comes to bhava bhakti, and again it comes to prema bhakti. This is the express way or the express elevator what can go. That is from animal life to human life. In human life, what you are doing, taking the association of devotees and having surrender to the Lord. And after surrendering to the, when you are having association of devotees, you are doing your sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. By doing this chanting for a period of years, then what will happen? Gradually, your faith becomes fixed. And when your faith becomes fixed, when you can relate to the Lord with all your emotions, then it is called Bhava Bhakti. And after Bhava Bhakti stage appear, when then become completely everything is done for Lord only, that becomes Prema Bhakti and the highest process of Bhakti Yoga. Prema Bhakti is the highest thing in Bhakti Yoga. So this is the express ladder. That is, by taking the lift, we need to go back to the Lord. That is the Prema Bhakti. Hare Krishna. Any up till now, any doubt?